So my mind is completely blown. I just received a stimulus check in the mail for the amount of over $100,000 of free money. This is absolutely insane to me. Have you got your stimulus check yet? If you have, you should be shopping at downforsoundshop.com to get the most with your stimulus check. But if you, people got different amounts. I'm aware of this, but I did not expect to be getting $100,000 stimulus check. Let me show it to you. You ready? Can you see that? $100,000. That's a hell of a stimulation, if you ask me. But the real story of how I got this free money, it's gonna blow your mind, because it still blows my mind. Sorry, my phone rang. But as I was saying, this still blows my mind on that I just received $100,000 for free. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how I did it and exactly how you can do the exact same thing. I know this may sound like some Ponzi scheme or something like that, but I always share. I've always been an open book, and I always share how I do things and how I've got to where I am, and how I'm gonna share with you right now how I got this $100,000 for free. It cost me absolutely nothing. Well, it almost cost me absolutely nothing. The only thing that it cost me is something that anybody can possess. What is that? It's discipline. So let me show you, there's always the rest of the story. So let me show you the rest of this. So if we come over to here, I'll turn this around, but I'm gonna show you this so I can or if you want to screenshot it, but I'm gonna read it to you. This is my Capital One rewards, cashback rewards. I know it seems insane, right? It says, let me see if I can hold it to the side. Dear Jonathan Price, congratulations. Attached below, you will find the Capital One rewards check you requested. Go ahead and have a little fun this weekend. You've earned it. Please make sure to deposit or cash your check within 180 days, blah, blah, blah. So Capital One is telling me, go ahead and have a little fun this weekend. You earned it. But my discipline, I mean, I have fun. Don't get me wrong. But me passing up on going out all the time, going out to parties or bars, or I've never been really into that stuff. And I've always been, well, people call me like a workaholic, whatever you want to call me. I don't care what people label me, because how many of those people do you think are getting $100,000 cash back in rewards? I would say none of them. I feel very safe in saying that. Anyway, so as you know, I posted this. If you follow me on Facebook, I posted this on my Facebook page yesterday. And somebody's like, well, it's easy to do that if you have a business. I'm like, no, it's not. People are always looking for an excuse on, oh, it's easy for that person to do it. Why can't I do it? Or just whatever they can come up with to make it a valid, somehow validate what they're trying to tell themselves on why they couldn't do something like this. When I was in the same boat before, but I started being more disciplined, and instead of when I earned some cash back rewards, like spending it or blowing it on something like some wheels or some whatever, I just let them accumulate over the year. And in the course of about a year, about 14 months, you see that check right there. And that's what accumulated from cashback rewards. And I know, and believe me, when I first started doing rewards, I was like, this is dumb. It's only 2%. I'm only getting 2%. This is going to take me forever to build up any type of rewards. But as you can see, after I was disciplined and not spending that 2%, what was just a couple of dollars the first day, or a couple of dollars maybe the first week, this is what it can turn into. I still can't believe it. It's crazy. It's just being disciplined in your spending or not spending just turned into $100,000 in cash. it just blows my mind. But if you want to put this in Cliff Notes real quick, so it gets a little bit shorter, all it takes is doing without the money for a little bit, and it builds up into something like that. I mean, it's just being disciplined and doing without for a little bit turned into something like that. So now somebody's like, oh, like, what are you going to go buy with it? Well, I mean, I could go buy some wheels, $10,000 on a $2,000 truck. How dumb would that be? That's just dumb. But it looks cool though. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video because I'm always sharing with you guys these little victories, or some people might call it a big victory. I mean, it could be a big victory. I sound like Donald Trump just in it. It could be big, could be really big. But anyway, this is just crazy to me, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. Obviously I could go buy, so if I turn that over into buying like, I just took that free money, I could go get like a brand new Corvette or a brand new truck, or a huge down payment on a house or whatever. But my mentality is, or the way that my mind thinks, is what can I invest this in to make it have babies, basically? How can I make this free $100,000 turn into more? It just continually, once you get to a certain amount, the money, people always say it takes money to make money. In a sense it does, but it takes courage more than anything. So I'm probably going to, since the stock market's taking a dump right now, I'm probably going to take this and invest it into a few different stocks, because I don't need the money, obviously. I've done without it for over a year, so why do I need it now? I don't. I've lived way below my means. So look, $100,000 check just blowing in the wind. Crazy, right? So anyway, I'm just going to go and invest it into some stocks that have forever, for the course of history, performed at a certain amount, and now they're down 75 or 80% or whatever it is, I don't know. And just put it in there and let it sit there. If it goes away, it goes away. I mean, I've already done all my retirements investing and New York Life investments. All that stuff's already all taken care of. So this right here will be just something extra, something that I invest in to see what it turns into. Who knows, if I put it in something and it doubles or triples in the next couple of years when the economy comes back, or whenever, it's always going to come back. So that 100,000 will turn into 400,000, or who knows. But anyway, this is how I think, and I just try to share this with you guys because, as you know, if you've been following me for a while, I come from a town of about 20,000 people, and nobody thinks this way. My dad always preached to me to save, but that doesn't mean it. You're not around a bunch of people that will tell you stuff like this because they don't know. Like, if somebody doesn't know, or people don't know, then how can they? It's hard to explain, but if you're not around people that are doing stuff like this all the time, and you don't hear it from somebody that you believe in and that you have seen do it, then you're probably not going to believe it or do it. So anyway, appreciate you guys joining me on this video. I just wanted to share this with y'all because it's still crazy to me. I can't believe it, but I'm gonna go and invest this and see what it turns into. Maybe I'll share it and see, like, we'll do like an experiment. JP put $100,000 into something, and what did it turn into? We'll come back and visit it in a couple of years and see if it was a good idea or a bad idea. Who knows? But there's another thing about people, successful people, they're always willing to take risk, like big risk. So but luckily this is something I don't need. Like, I'm okay. I live really far below my means. I actually make minimum wage from Down for Sound. So I should let you know that I live way below my means. But again, in case you missed it, right here, $100,956.58 just from paying my bills on time, basically. So that's the way that I did it. Paid this off. I have it where it's set on an auto pay. It pays itself, like it pays the card off every I think every day or every other day. So every day it's accumulating money, free. Bananas. All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support at Down for Sound. obviously I couldn't be doing any of this without you guys' support. So I always try to give back and share with you guys the knowledge that I gain. And if y'all have any questions, if you want to follow me on my personal Facebook page, you can. I talk about finances and business stuff a lot on there, because I know a lot of people don't like to hear about it on the other pages, like the Down for Sound page or whatever. But on my personal page, I just kind of do whatever. So if you care to learn a little bit, or maybe not even learn, maybe just care to hear my opinion on like stuff like this, I'll share like business stuff and financial stuff and just what way I think about these different things. But anyway, a lot of people follow me on my personal page for that type of, if you want to call it motivation, whatever. I don't know what you would exactly call it, but I just share it. And if it's helped a lot of people, I know it has, because a lot of people have messaged me, hey man, I started doing this when you told me to do that, or I got a cashback rewards card, and now I've accumulated $100 in free money. Like, that's awesome, man. That's the way it starts. And that's how it starts. It starts off with pennies, dollars, then that turns into, that continued discipline turns into something like this. And I'm sure that check is pennies to somebody else, like a small person, I meant to a big person, sorry, that spends a lot more money than I do in their business. So anyway, if you're disciplined in paying stuff with cash and paying stuff on a debit card, you never fall below or fall behind on that type of stuff, then you probably are okay to get a cashback rewards card, such as the Capital One Spark card. That's what I use to do this with. So if you are disciplined and you know you can pay this off and not live like past your means, then you can do stuff like this as well. All right guys, appreciate your support once again. I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all been killing us with orders, greatly appreciated, but I need to get back to work. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Later guys.